On this episode of The Whiskey Tornado, we review Rebel 10-Year Bourbon. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Whiskey Tornado. I'm your host, Lance. Today, we are reviewing Rebel 10-Year Bourbon. It's not Rebel Yell anymore. It's Rebel, and it's not 10-year. This is actually close to a 12-year bourbon. You guys can see that. I believe it was distilled in bottled on 9/30 of 09. I'm sorry, the barrel was filled on 9/30 of 09. So, you know, we're looking at an 11-year bourbon. Not sure why they have Rebel 10 on here. And I know that I think they're coming out with Rebel 12-year now. So great marketing, Luxro. But regardless, we're going to get into this bourbon today. We're going to review it. We're going to give it the Whiskey Tornado score. I'm going to let you guys know whether it is bar-worthy or bunker-worthy. For those of you new to the Whiskey Tornado, let me quickly explain our scoring system. We have 7 categories. The first 2 categories are handicapped. Those categories are appearance and availability. Then we move on to the important stuff. We're going to go through the nose, the palate, the finish, the body, and the value. All right, with all that being said, let's get into the appearance of Rebel 10-Year Bourbon. All right, guys, so as far as appearance goes, I absolutely love it. The black, the silver, this bottle reminds me of Star Wars for some reason. It is just a beautiful bottle. It's got a stamp on there that says 1849. It tells you the barrel number. This particular barrel is 5651872, and it was barrel filled on 9/30 of 09. This is a 100 proof wheated bourbon, aged almost 12 years, I guess, even though it says Rebel 10-year. But as far as the label goes, the box it comes in, it's a beautiful presentation. We're going to give the appearance a 0.8. All right, moving on to availability. This is a little bit harder to find. If you're in Louisville, Kentucky, I actually found this at Luxro Distillery. It was on the shelves when we got to the gift shop. So I have seen it in some stores occasionally. It's still hard to find. The availability is going to be less than average, but if you're in Louisville, Kentucky, I think you have a good shot of stopping by the gift shop and finding this bottle. We're going to give the availability a 0.4. All right, let's move on to the nose. Let's get a good pour of this. I'm telling you guys, this is a beautiful bottle. Beautiful bourbon. Oh, man, it is floral. There is apples there. Caramel. Nuttiness. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this is Luxro for the time being is contract distilled by Heaven Hill. So it does have a little bit of that nutty characteristic to it. But man, on the nose, this is the perfect fall whiskey for me. This is a caramel dipped apple with nuts on top of it. It's exactly what this smells like, but it also has a little bit of that weeded floral aspect to it on the nose. Oh man, it's gorgeous. A little bit of dustiness too, like rickhouse dustiness. Man, nose is fantastic. We're going to give the nose a 0.8. All right, moving to the palate. Cheers, everybody. Oh, it's beautiful. Everything I got on the nose, I'm getting on the palate. It's like a caramel dipped apple with nuts on it. And then I even got there in the mid palate a little bit of red fruits as well. Man, that floral, it's like caramel dipped apple with nuts on top, surrounded by this floral note. It's the only way I know how to describe it. It is beautiful. A little drying on the back end, but really, really nice. Man, sweet. Oh boy, that's gorgeous, man. The last couple reviews I've done, I've been given fantastic reviews, but guys, it's fall. All these new releases are coming out. The releases we've been waiting for are coming out. So a lot of my reviews I'm giving high scores to because all these bourbons are so fantastic coming out in the fall. The first part of this year was kind of a stinker, if you ask me. Not a lot of great stuff coming out. The second half of this year is making up for it. The last couple reviews I've done have been just amazing, and this is no different. This Rebel 10, 11 and a half, whatever you want to call it, is really good. Yeah, just beautiful. That dipped caramel apple with nuts, floral, and then it transitions into this like jalapeno spice that just completely covers your tongue. Lots of good barrel spice. You know, this is a wheater, but I think it's got a lot of good peppery spice to it, or jalapeno spice on the tongue. And again, for 100 proof, it's dancing all over my tongue. It's got a great finish. Wow, what a beautiful bourbon. If you guys see this in the gift shop or in the stores, I think it's a buy. Really, really good. I'm going to give the palate a 0.7. All right, guys, moving on to the body on this. It is got a nice dark color. You know, it's almost at 12 years old. It's 100 proof, so, you know, there's a lot more viscous things out there, but as far as 100 proof bourbons go, the body on this is really good, really thick, really creamy. I really enjoy it. Better than average on the body. We're going to give the body a 0.6. All right, moving on to the finish, guys. That caramel dipped apple with nuts and floral just starts transitioning into this jalapeno spice or barrel spice, peppery spice all over the tongue. Really nice. The finish is, I would say, medium on the finish. So I'm going to give, oh, well, I'm getting a hug. I'm getting a little bit of a hug there. It's a gentle hug. It's not fighting me too much. Really kind of nice. The finish, I'm going to give better than average, just a notch better than average. We're going to give it a 0.6. All right, moving on to value, guys. I am not exactly sure what I paid for this, and I apologize. I think I paid around 70 bucks. I could have paid up to 90. I'm not really sure. We were on a barrel pick at Lux Row. We did an Ezra pick and a Rebel cash strength pick. Both were phenomenal. I got this at the distillery. I think I paid 70. So if I paid 70, I would put the value, an average value at a 0.5. If I paid 90, I would say, you know, it's lower than that. It's a 0.3. Either way, the overall score of the Rebel 10 comes to a 3.8. If I had to dock it a little bit on value, then it may be a 3.6. But either way, this is a bar-worthy bourbon. You guys are going to want to buy this. If you see it, it is fantastic. It is a perfect fall whiskey. You've got those dipped caramel apples with nuttiness surrounded by those floral notes with peppery spice. 100 proof, so it's not going to fight you too much. It's a great sipper. Absolutely love this and would highly recommend that if you guys see this, get the Rebel 10 year. It is fantastic. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think if you've had this. If you want to join our Patreon crew, you can do so for as little as $2 a month. Really helps support the channel a little bit more. Appreciate all of our Patreon members so much. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the review. Until next time, cheers.